Hey everyone, today we're going to dive into something that's right at the heart of a Muslim's daily life, the 5 daily prayers, Salah. We're going to explore the amazing, profound beauty behind this practice. So, have you ever just stopped in the middle of a crazy day and wondered, why 5? Why 5 prayers? Why do we pause everything, school, work, whatever you're doing, 5 very specific times a day to connect with God? Is it just a ritual, or is there something much, much deeper going on here? And look, let's be honest with ourselves. For a lot of us, especially with how busy life gets, just keeping up with all 5 prayers can be a real struggle. If you've ever felt that, you are definitely not alone. I mean, that alarm goes off before the sun is even up, right? And that temptation to just hit the snooze button one more time, it is so real. Waking up for Fajr is a battle that so many of us face every single morning. And then the day just gets going, you're right in the middle of a class or a big project at work, and you tell yourself, okay, I'll pray Dhuhr in just a little bit. But then, before you know it, the time for Asr is already rolling in, and that midday prayer just keeps getting pushed back. And maybe the biggest struggle of all is when prayer just starts to feel automatic, you know? You go through all the motions, the standing, the bowing, the prostration, but your heart isn't really in it. It feels more like a chore you have to check off a list than a real, heartfelt conversation. So, yeah, this brings us right back to that main question. With all these challenges, is there some deeper purpose to this whole 5 times a day structure? Well, the answer is a huge yes. Let's try to look at Salah in a whole new way. You see, at its core, Salah isn't just a list of rules or some empty ritual. It's a direct, personal, sacred line of communication between you and your Creator, Allah. It's your chance to just pause, step away from all the noise of the world, and speak directly to Him. And this connection, it's divinely designed. Allah actually tells us in the Quran that prayer is prescribed for us at very specific, designated times. This isn't random at all. It's a deliberate system, a gift that has a really beautiful origin story. The command for prayer was actually given during one of the most miraculous events in the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. It was during the night journey and his ascension to the heavens, what we know as Al-Isra wal Miraj. This is when the gift of Salah was given to all of us. Now, what's so incredible about this story is that the very first command from Allah wasn't for 5 prayers. It was for 50. Can you imagine? 50 prayers a day? But it was through the compassion of the Prophet Muhammad, who kept going back on our behalf, that Allah in His infinite mercy reduced that number all the way down to 5. And here's the most beautiful part. Allah promised that whoever performs these 5 prayers will still get the reward of all 50. It just shows you how much value He places on every single prayer we make. So why 5 and why at these particular times? Well, this is where we start to see the profound wisdom behind the whole structure of our spiritual life. The wisdom behind the 5 daily prayers really rests on 3 main pillars. Think of it this way. It gives you a constant spiritual reset, it builds incredible discipline and time management, and it acts as a form of protection. Just think about the flow of your day. Each prayer is like a spiritual reset button. Fajr gives you this blessed, mindful start before the chaos begins. Dhuhr pulls you back in the middle of the day to remember what's truly important. Asr gives you a much-needed break from all the worldly distractions just as you're getting tired. Maghrib at sunset is this perfect moment for gratitude and reflection. And Isha provides a peaceful end to it all, letting you close your day connected to Allah. It's a perfect system to keep your heart in the right place. And this consistent schedule, it does something amazing for you. It builds this deep sense of discipline. When you start building your day around your conversations with Allah, you naturally learn to manage your time better. Your life starts to be structured around a higher purpose, not just a bunch of worldly deadlines. A lot of really successful people find that this structure actually makes them more focused and way more productive. And finally, Salah is your shield. Allah tells us in the Quran that prayer actively prevents us from immorality and wrongdoing. But how? Well, by constantly reminding you that Allah is watching. It helps you be more mindful, to control those negative thoughts or impulses, and to choose the better path. It basically acts as your moral compass all day long. Okay, so knowing all of this, how do we go from just struggling with prayer to actually connecting with it? The good news is, the path to reconnection doesn't have to be this huge, overwhelming thing. It can start with really simple, manageable steps. So where do we start?
First, if all 5 prayers feel like too much right now, just focus on protecting one. Pick one prayer and make it absolutely non-negotiable. Second, try to learn the meaning of the words you're saying, even if it's just Surah al-Fatiha. It makes the conversation feel so much more real. And third, try to shift your mindset. Instead of fitting prayer into your day, build your day around your prayer. Make Salah the anchor, not the interruption.
Let's put all of this into perspective with just one powerful number: 25. 25 minutes. On average, each of the 5 daily prayers takes about 5 minutes. So that's a total of 25 minutes. Think about it. Out of the 1,440 minutes that we are gifted every single day, our Creator is only asking for 25 of them to be dedicated just to Him. When you look at it that way, it's such a small investment for an absolutely infinite return. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Which prayer is the hardest for you to maintain? And what's just one small step, one tiny thing you can do today to help protect it? Remember, the journey of 1,000 prayers really does begin with just a single one.